On the night before her birthday, Claire went to bed. Thoughts of presents and cake filled her head. But in the middle of the night, she was woken up by an unexpected tug on her foot. And there in the dark was a boy who said, "Hello, Claire. My name is Stan, and I have a crafty and cunning plan. Come with me, and you will see something elementary. The stars are sharp, and the moon is bright. Tonight is the night of the Firey Lights." Quietly down the stairs they went, past the room of Claire's parents, through the city to the castle gates, where the night of the Firey Lights took place. Hand in hand they walked with trepidation into the courtyard of flames and reflections. Shadows danced across the wall. Claire could hardly believe it all. One minute there were beasts and monsters growling. The next there were wolves and foxes howling, mice and elephants, cats and dogs, snails and whales, fish and frogs. Then faces appeared amongst the flames and peered out of the window frames. And Stan looked into Claire's eyes, and he pointed to her heart, and he said, "Listen, Claire, to what is in there. Here and now, as well as in the future, even on the days where you feel scared or far from home, you are not, you will never ever be alone." Then Stan led Claire to a door in the wall, and through the opening they both went. The call of voices filled the air, the sound of singing was immense, and Stan said, "This place is called the inner space of silence." There were tunes and whoops and trills and calls, and pictures appeared upon the wall. There were voices deep and voices high. From open mouths they flew into the sky, to a place Claire imagined was far away. Stan pointed to her heart again and proceeded to say, "Inside here are your memories. Think about it and you will see a world that you will always remember, from the day you were born to this night in November." The pictures featured things and people and places, happy thoughts and smiling faces, objects, teddies, toys and games, sandy beaches and country lanes. Claire could have looked at these things forever. But there were also things that weren't so pretty, images that showed the world could be gritty too, like wars that were making people flee, and people who had no money and nothing for their tea, and people who felt trapped and who wanted to be free. You know the kind of thing I mean. But then Stan led Claire through another door, where she thought there might be more of these things to see and hear, but this new space seemed different. Claire was now in the wing of dreams. Stark and white, filled with light, music came from out of doors and echoed around the corridors. This place was a place she felt shut in, with only the memory of places she had been, and the thoughts of the places that she wanted to go, places she thought she would like to know. It was as if these places were no longer there, but only existed inside Claire. And as she was trying to remember it all, words appeared in front of her on the wall, the names of these places, countries, buildings, streets and parks, shining at her out of the dark. The Story, Morecambe Bay, Silverdale, Francis Passage, the Ashton Memorial, Market Square, the Trough of Bowland, Moorgate, Fairfield, Marsh and Freehold. Just as Claire worked to see these things, and as the music continued to ring, Stan appeared and looked at her and said that the end of the journey was coming near. He said, "Please, dear Claire, remember you are here for the rest of your days and for a long time after. We're about to go back into the world, beginning with the yard of madness and laughter. Through another door they stepped, where the music played and crackers popped, with a tower above, an enormous steeple, and a yard filled with music and with people. Some were short and some were tall, some were big and some were small. They ran around from place to place, with looks of worry on their face. People sang and they rapped and they were telling jokes. It was such a collection of curious folk. All Claire could do was stand and look and watch at this lateness, busyness, stressedness, worriedness, fastness, silliness. It seemed like the world was in a mess. And then she looked at Stan and he said this: "It's okay, Claire. The world can get crazy, but keep your head. Soon you will wake up in your bed, and this will feel like some strange vision, a dream filled with oddness and apparition. This is the night of the Firey Lights, a night to think about the real and the wrongs and the rights, about the lives we have and the things we hold dear, the things we love, the things we find scary, the things that are far and those that are near. Now, Claire, look at me. There is nothing more for me to say, so I will click my fingers." And he did. And in that moment, Claire woke up and she remembered that today was her birthday.